We're about 18, 19 games into the season, and I just want to talk about some of these teams that I found very disappointing so far in these 20 games. And then also, I do want to talk about the teams that are shocking me and surprising me and showing me that they're really good basketball teams. First team we're going to start off with is on the Western Conference side, and that's the Clippers. The Clippers are currently the 14th seed in the Western Conference. They have a 5-15 record. Yes, a 5-15 record. Being honest with you guys, I thought this team, with adding Chris Paul, adding Brook Lopez, adding John Collins, just added so much pieces next to Kawhi and James Harden, I thought that would make them a way better team than what they are from last year. But now they sit at 14th place. I thought they were going to be top 4. They're sitting at 14th place. They're second to last in the Western Conference. That's just disappointing. This is looking like a team who's missing the playoffs. Kawhi, he did miss a couple of games, but Harden's been trying to hold it down. He can't. Kawhi's been back. They still been losing. They're just disappointing. The worst defenses in the sport today, and they can't create offense without James Harden. It's one of those Steph Curry, Jokic things where he goes off the floor, the offense just collapses into pieces. The next team is on the Eastern Conference side, and they're actually playing really good basketball right now. They just lost their win streak last night to the Hornets, but they were on a 9-game win streak, and that's the Toronto Raptors. The Raptors, they had a top 5 offense and a top 5 defense. The Raptors, they have a talented roster with some young players, Scotty Barnes, Brandon Ingram, Emmanuel Quickley, RJ Barrett. They have a lot of good players. They're playing defense, playing fast on offense. This is a really good ball club. I don't know if they're going to stay a top 2 seed in the Eastern Conference, to be very honest with you guys. I'm not really high on the Raptors right now, and I wasn't high on them to start the season. I thought this was like a playing type team, but they sit at number 2, right behind the Detroit Pistons, and they have a 14-6 record. Next team I want to talk about is in the Western Conference, and they're a pretty good team, to be honest. I didn't think this team would be this high. Even as of right now, I thought they'll be like a 7th, 8th seed, to be honest. I thought this team was trash on defense. I thought LeBron would be aging, and that team is the Lakers. The Lakers, they're second place in the West right now. They have a 14-4 record, and a large part of that is due to them just coached well, having a top 5 player in the sport in Luka, Austin Reeves having a breakout year, adding LeBron back to the lineup, picking up a decent big man, and having Jackson Hayes just play behind him. It all works out for this team, and that's why they're so good right now. Shout out Austin Reeves. He's having one of the seasons I didn't think he'll have right now. He's averaging about like 28 a game right now with like 4 or 5 assists. It's pretty impressive for Austin Reeves. His exact stats are 28 points a game, 5 rebounds, and 6 assists, 51% from the field. That's impressive. This time in the Eastern Conference, a team I'm disappointed in is the Orlando Magic. Now, the Orlando Magic, they did win 5 of their last 6 games, but a big part of that is because Paolo isn't in the lineup, and they just seem to play better without him. And I just think that's concerning. When your best player is out the lineup, the rest of the team, everybody just starts to play good. Anthony Black's been playing really good. Desmond Bane, Franz, like they've been holding it down. Jalen Suggs, but when Paolo comes back into the mix, that's when they become a bad basketball team, and they just start losing many games that they're not supposed to. To start off the season, they were losing to anybody. Not anybody, but they were losing to the Pistons, the Hawks. They lost to the Celtics a couple times. I wouldn't say I'm disappointed in this team. I should say I'm more worried. It's just about Paolo and how he fits back into all this. They're the 7th seed right now. Many people has them as like the 3rd or 4th seed going on to the Eastern Conference Finals. So who knows, man? But I'm not really disappointed. I'm just a little worried. Like I said, it's just Paolo. Desmond's playing good right now. Franz, Anthony Black, Jalen Suggs. These guys are playing good basketball. How does he fit into this? How does he make his team better? Do have a winning record. They're sitting at 12-8 in the Eastern Conference. They're the 7th seed right now. But like I said, many people, even myself, I saw this team being at least top 3, top 4 with Paolo. But when Paolo came out the lineup, that's when his team started to pick up the slack and started to win games. And that's why you see them as 12-8 right now. But like I said, not really disappointed. Really worried. This team could definitely be better than what they are. Next team I'm very disappointed in is the Pelicans. The Pelicans, they're 3-17. They're 15 in the Western Conference. They're dead last. Last in the Western Conference. This team is awful. And I know many people are going to bring up Zion being hurt, but to start this season off, Zion was healthy, and they still had a 1-7 record. They were not playing any defense. They weren't rebounding. The offense just looked terrible. They had Jeremiah Fields running the show for a while. This offense, this team, it was really bad. And for them to be dead last in the NBA is terrible. They don't have a pick next season. They don't have anything. So for them to be this bad right now, it's just sad to see, and I am disappointed in this team. And lastly, the Detroit Pistons. This team shocked me. They surprised me. They did everything. Pistons have the 1 seed right now in the Eastern Conference. They're looking like the best team in the East. They're looking like a top 4 or 5 team in the NBA, in the entire NBA, right behind Denver and OKC. I think the Pistons could be up for that next spot. They have a 16-4 record. They have one of the best defenses in the NBA. They just came off a 14-game win streak. Cade Cunningham, he's putting up all NBA type numbers, MVP type numbers, and I think he's like a top 6-7 player right now. That's how good he's been playing. Jalen Duren has took a massive lead. You have Tyler Jenkins off the bench, and they have so many role players and just so many guys doing the little things, and that's what's making them a great team. But the main engines of this is Jalen Duren and Cade Cunningham. That 2-man game that they have together, the lead that Jalen Duren has took as a big man is good to see, and it's helping out the team. And Cade Cunningham, he's been one of the best clutch players in the sport today, so that all works out for them. And anybody who sits here and say, yeah, I had the Pistons being the number 1 seed, number 2 seed, you guys are lying. You didn't think that. You thought the Cavs or the Knicks maybe. But if you did, then that's fair. But if you guys like this video, like, comment, share, subscribe, 6 likes, and I'm out. These are the most teams that I found surprising this season and some of the teams that I found disappointing. Let me know what you guys think.